Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now it's 6:30.
This is News 6 at 6:30, getting results. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Matt Austin. This is on News 6 Plus here. Communities recover from an EF2 tornado. Property taxes dominate the conversation in Central Florida. And New York getting feisty over a state's name. First up, your 7-day forecast.
Yeah, let's bring in meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. This forecast has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just more, please.
Adam, and there's more coming. And if you like it a little warmer than this, there's going to be even more. We're going to crank up the thermostat, guys, over the next few days. Hey, we have a launch tomorrow, and we have astronauts on a Crew 10, hopefully getting off the ground tomorrow. Weather-wise at the Cape, it's going to be pretty good. However, there could be a small hiccup near Ireland. We're going to talk about why that matters in a couple of minutes. Then we're going to 80 on Thursday as that warm-up is on over the next 7 days. In your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast, look at this, St. Patty's Day weekend. We're going to be flirting with 90 degrees. We've yet to hit 90 yet this season. We came super close in February, just came a little bit short, but we're going to make another run for it as we get into this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Again, look at that, though. Not going to stay summer for long as we're back into the mid-70s Monday and Tuesday with another storm system, another cold front. We're going to talk all about that, guys, in detail, and we're going to go community by community and take a look at what you're going to wake up to tomorrow. Still a chilly morning tomorrow, guys. We'll break that down in a few minutes.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Well, believe it or not, today marks 5 years since the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic.
And everybody has a story about their experience when it seemed the world had shut down for months. More than 1.1 million Americans died by that time who said it was no longer a global health emergency. In May of 2023, students spent school on Zoom meetings, much like many of us who did the same for work. But millions of essential workers kept going in hospitals, police stations, and construction sites to keep protecting and improving our communities. During that global health emergency, America saw cultural shifts, including the Black Lives Matter movement with George Floyd, a presidential election, and a transformation of how people approach health and public spaces. It is one of those things that when we're 90, we're going to be saying, remember when that pandemic hit?
And no one's going to remember. They're like, no, what are you talking about? We try to forget, but it's one of those things that you lived it, you don't want to live it again.
This is true, and it felt like it would never end when it was happening. Well, it's believed to be 52 homes impacted, roughly $10 million in damage after an EF2 tornado hit Seminole County.
Those numbers from the county offer more into the real impact that tornado will have on the Whispering Wind subdivision in Longwood. News 6's Catherine Silver walked around as families work to clean up the damage. It will likely take months to return the community back to normal, but many people are just thankful their lives were spared and they get to keep calling this community home. I was out there on the ground yesterday with that house that collapsed. It was just devastating to see all of that and people just picking up the pieces and whatever they could gather, and they had to spend the night somewhere else and many more days somewhere else.
Yeah, they're going to have to spend months,
Yeah.
I would imagine. You said the safe room was the only thing still standing, basically.
Two
in the middle
people
of that
were
house.
able to escape that safe room, and that's why these forecasts are so important. When they tell you to get to that space, get to it, don't question it. You can be mad later if you didn't need it, but they needed it.
Hopefully you didn't, and your house is okay.
For sure. Well, there continues to be concerns with how staff cuts to NOAA could impact hurricane season.
That includes how much NOAA's P3s will be able to do. Those are the planes that fly at hurricanes and collect important information for meteorologists to inform people ahead of landfall. CBS News reports more than 800 employees, including some from the National Weather Service, were let go late last month. So we don't know how this is going to impact things going into the hurricane season, but it's something that our meteorologists are going to be watching very closely.
And if you want to check out a really good story, meteorologist Jonathan Kegas just posted something not long ago, and you're already in the place to find it. It's on clickorlando.com. Right. Worth checking out.
Well, Advent Health is working to try to break down barriers when it comes to increasing diversity in clinical trials.
Yeah, according to data from the Food and Drug Administration, in 2020, 75% of research participants were white. Only 8% were African American. Javon Williams' participation in a 10-year clinical trial did not come without reservations, but now healthy after stage 3 breast cancer diagnosis in 2022, she wants to make it her mission to educate people on the importance of participating in medical trials.
There's such a need for diversity in these clinical trials. They need to know what the medicine, how it responds to senior women, younger women, African American women, other type of women, we need that data. And if we don't have people to participate, we can never collect it.
And it is good to have a diverse group. And I know, and I can't speak for all African Americans, but I know one of the reasons they are very reluctant to participate is because of what happened with the Tuskegee Airmen, and that syphilis went untreated. They told them they were being treated, or most of them were given a placebo. So the whole community at large, they were very wary of something like that happening. Not that that would happen now, but you have to understand that that's still a concern.
So the story is that the African American community is hesitant. It's not that they're not trying to get them.
Exactly.
Okay, so interesting stuff.
People are hesitant. Yeah. Well, let's take a look now at what's trending online. Fans of Southwest Airlines swear by its free checked bag policy, but that policy is coming to an end. Oh no, the airline is scrapping its most recognizable perk just months after ditching its open seating policy. May 28th is when the company will start charging for your first and second checked bags. Members of Southwest A-List program will be exempt from those fees. That is one of the best perks.
The bridge between Southwest and Spirit is just getting closer and closer.
You watch what you say about Southwest.
Say it ain't true.
Not saying a word, but I like my free bag.
I know. Bags fly free. That's what every commercial for the last 20 years has said. All right, well, there are some painful mix-ups in Denver where doctors are seeing more patients coming in who have confused lash or nail glue with eye drops. Have you done this?
Are you crazy?
I feel like you might have done this.
What?
They look similar, and that's a big reason why doctors say the confusion might be happening. Their best advice is to avoid this. Unpopular.
Do my eyes look glued together to you?
I don't know. Read the labels out loud. This is the advice we're giving you today on the news. Don't put glue in your eyes. Read the labels out loud. Before use, store the bottles in different places.
I'm sorry we had to give that advice.
Listen, this is a natural selection story, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, if that's
Darwin
the mistake you're making,
rolling over. Exactly.
we have some issues.
The owner of a New York restaurant is taking a recent proposal to change a steak's name personally. He wants $1 million after Texas Lieutenant Governor proposed to rename the New York Strip to the Texas Strip. Todd Shapiro of the War Room Tavern in Albany argues the rebrand undermines New York's culinary heritage. The New York strip steak originated at the famed New York City restaurant back in the 19th century. And if you've ever had a really well-prepared New York strip, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you call it.
What are they going to call the ribeye? Don't change the name of my ribeye. If whatever you change the name to, I'm still going to call it the same thing.
If I know what it is, I'm still going to get it.
I'm never going to change that. Texas.
New York strip.
Can I get the Texas strip, please?
It doesn't sound right.
All right.
Sounds like a dance.
It does. Sounds like a dirty dance. Hey, it's Central Florida's #1 news website, clickorlando.com. You know you've been there. You know it's good. Let's get a look at what's trending now. Publix might have a challenger for the most clicked stories on Click Orlando. Anything we publish about slashing property taxes, boom, clicks, clicks, clicks in Central Florida.
Yeah, you wonder why, right? We already know. Most arguments center on property taxes being an unfair burden on homeowners, but opponents are quick to point out schools and police departments are just a few of the public services funded by these taxes. ClickOrlando.com looks at every bill related to cutting or slashing these taxes. People like the sound when you say you're going to slash taxes.
I like the sound.
You got to. Something else has to give, though.
Yeah, they still have to fund everything, but there is an interesting argument out there about how I bought something one time. Why do you keep making me pay thousands of dollars every year for this same thing that I bought and I'm supposed to own in this free country?
Because they can.
Right. I guess that's it. But they can do anything. Here are some other trending stories right now over at clickorlando.com. I say over as if we're not on it.
We're here right now.
Hey, low-cost airline Breeze Airways is going to offer a new nonstop flight to Florida starting in June. Have you heard about this one, Gigi? The airline's going to fly from Key West, don't look, Key West to Orlando with a starting fare of $39.
I'm not going to be one of the first customers, no.
No? What do you think it is? It's
$39.
It's not a tiny little Cessna.
I know.
ClickOrlando.com reveals which days that flight will be available on ClickOrlando.com over at Orlando International Airport. And I'm going to say they're good days. I'm always like, is it going to be a Wednesday that this is available?
Probably sometime we can't go.
But you know who would feel threatened by this? Brightline.
Oh yeah, the train. That's for
99
sure.
bucks to
Yeah.
get down to Miami on a Brightline. You can
Yeah.
hop
And
on
that's
this
just
flight.
the basic price. If you want to step up a little bit,
This is true.
It's a little more.
If you like want some of those sweet beverages as you're going down there.
All right, so as meteorologist Jonathan Kegas points out, you'll either have to stay up late or get up early to see the blood red moon. That's on March 14th. Jonathan breaks down every step at the totality at clickorlando.com, where you are right now. And you don't need special glasses for this one because it's the moon.
We are full of good advice.
We have to tell
today.
people not to put glue in their
Don't
eyes.
put glue in your eyes. And you can stare at the moon. It's okay.
Stay frosty. Chocolate Nibbles and the Jark Thrift team at Student Business. This is part of a new instruction program. I don't know what I just said.
It's showing students the world of entrepreneurship, Gigi, and getting results to teach them important life skills. That is still to come.
And getting rid of scary wasp nests. It's an easy 4-step process. News 6's Eric Von Aken is getting results at the station right here by showing us how to safely get rid of those insects. You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We apologize
No, we
for
don't.
what we're doing right now.
You knew what you turned into.
We're getting results in Gotha, Leesburg, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back, so we hope you join us.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Your Tuesday evening traffic alert, we're going to see that lane closure, I-4 westbound and eastbound, right around State Road 528 and the Central Florida Parkway, to include other portions like the World Drive. So please get used to this. They have been really good at picking it up, though, right around 5 o'clock in the morning. Also 417 northbound, right around Redbug Lake Road. We'll see that lane closure off to the left-hand side. There are plenty of law enforcement presence letting you know. Move on over. I'm Trooper Steve with the News 6 Traffic Alert. Drive safely. I'll catch you in the morning.
Well, it's that time of year when the wasps are back. And if you have some buzzing around your house, we have a safe solution to get rid of these things without having you swelling up like the Mitchell.
Oh, those stings are painful. News 6 handy newsman Eric Von Anken is getting results at home, showing you how to do it yourself, tackle your projects quickly and easily, and keep more money in your pocket.
Hello?
Destiny, hey, it's Eric.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
So we are getting results at home today here at the station.
So what's the plan today?
Just meet me outside and I'll show you.
Hey, what's going on? All right, Eric, I'm gonna go get ready.
Okay.
Ready to go, Eric.
Destiny, I don't think you're going to need that.
Eric, why not?
Because we got this.
I am not taking any chances.
Okay. We've been getting lots of questions about how to safely get rid of a small beehive, or in this case, a small wasp nest. I use this stuff. It's a shooting spray, so you don't even have to get near it, and you definitely don't need a bee suit.
Aw, man.
Sorry, Destiny. This has a jet spray look of up to 27 feet. Step 1, shake. Did that already. Step 2 is to stand way back. You don't want to be anywhere near this thing because those wasps are going to start to drop, so you definitely don't want to stand underneath it. Step 3, aim. Basically, this stuff paralyzes the wasps. I'm going to hit them one more time.
Maybe the bee suit came in handy.
Now we're just going to give it a few minutes to make sure they're all dead or they've all flown away, and then we're going to grab a pole and knock it down. That's getting results at home.
At the station.
Right. Think you can take that off now, Destiny.
I wouldn't.
I've done that many times at my house, and basically it's like I'm as far away as possible. I spray.
You're in your track
and then I
stance.
run. Yeah, I put my running shoes on, and
Have you ever been stung by a wasp or a bee?
No, I've been stung by a bee. I haven't been stung by a
Well,
wasp.
they're both painful, but a wasp, I think, is
Worse.
way more
I've heard
painful.
it's
Yeah, it's
worse.
awful.
Yeah.
All right, so if you'd like to watch that again, we put it on clickorlando.com. Just look under getting results at home. And Eric also posted a step-by-step instruction and a list of materials. So a can of spray and this.
Yes.
So if you have a project you'd like Eric to tackle, send us an email at gettingresultsathome@wkmg.com. And next week, Eric might just show up at your door.
And maybe he'll be in a bee suit. Who knows?
He won't be.
Let's take a live look. I just heard in my ear from the producer, David, beach cam is gorgeous. And he's right. It's beautiful. I haven't seen it just yet today, but this is fantastic.
That's so nice.
Spring break begins for most kids Friday, Saturday. And this weekend, it's going to feel almost like summer break. We've got Jonathan Kagas, our meteorologist, joining us. And the heat is coming back to Florida.
It is. We're doing this roller coaster ride again. We're going to warm things up gradually over the next couple of days. You mentioned it, summer-like this weekend, and then by early next week, we're back to the 70s. I mean, that's where we're supposed to be this time of the year, but still going on a little bit of a ride as over the next couple of days. More likely than not, most of these days anyway, should be on the drier side as well. Hardly a cloud in the sky today. That's because of that drier air behind the storm system that brought the severe weather yesterday, unfortunately. Live look, Port Canaveral with our Launch Credit Union camera. The breeze out there a little bit blowing the palm trees in the wind, but it is a nice, refreshing breeze. We're hanging around 70 degrees under a mainly clear sky. Right now, sustained winds at about 11 miles an hour. So nothing too crazy out there, but you can certainly feel it at times. Here is the storm system that brought us the tornado yesterday and the severe weather across central Florida. It has now worked its way out over Bermuda. This is also kicking up the surf a little bit, and this is going to play a big factor in the Crew 10 launch tomorrow. Behind it, though, you saw the orange on the water vapor imagery. That is all of the drier air in the mid-levels of our atmosphere, keeping all the clouds away and dominant sunshine back in Central Florida. 77 in Leesburg right now. We are at 76 degrees in the Villages, 68 in Palm Coast, Titusville. Good evening. We're back to 72. Melbourne, we are at 72 as well. Mico, popular number tonight. We are also in the lower 70s. Now, it's going to be a pleasant evening. You might want the jacket tomorrow morning, maybe just a light jacket. Certainly northwest of I-4. At Mount Dora, we're going to start things in the upper 40s, 48 in DeLand. And that's because the air is so dry. When the air is dry, it's almost like that desert type feel where it warms up a lot into the afternoon and then the temperatures cool off very, very quickly overnight. We'll be back to the mid-40s in Denellen and Ocala tomorrow. Now here's a look at the afternoon.
Your forecast is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
Gorgeous day tomorrow, a notch or two warmer than where we were today. We made it back to 78, so we're going to be right around 80 in Orlando, 80 in DeLand. We're pushing the 80s as well in Palm Bay. We're at 76 in Melbourne, 78 degrees in Lakeland, Wildwood into Bushnell. We're back to the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees as well. Now, the Crew 10 launch tomorrow, I should say, on the Falcon 9. If you're heading out to the Cape, gorgeous. 70 degrees launch percentage as designated by the 45th Weather Squadron. Greater than 95% go. Should not have any issues, at least near the launch pad, to get this rocket off the ground. The one area that everybody's watching is going to be the ascent corridor recovery. Remember, since we have astronauts on board, if there were to be a problem with the rocket and they would need to initiate the abort system to send the capsule away and to safely land, you need the recovery zone to be relatively calm. So this dashed line here is the approximate flight path again, and need the weather to be pretty nice up until about Ireland. So here we go where we currently stand. It's a little choppy because of that storm system off our coast. Wave heights right now at about 10 to 15 feet. A little bit more on the choppy side in the North Atlantic now. Wave heights at around 10 to 15 feet. Now we're going to send this into the future tomorrow. Again, launch time just before 8 o'clock. You see things settle down across the Atlantic coast a little bit, but it's still a little choppy in between Newfoundland and Ireland. So it's going to be that area where, again, flight officials are going to have to determine if it's too choppy or just right, or just enough anyway, to get that rocket through there if there were to be a problem. So again, rocket launch hopefully tomorrow night with astronauts on at Crew 10. We're hanging around 80 degrees, 80 on Thursday, 83 degrees on Friday. There you go. That's what Matt was talking about. Nearing 90 on Saturday and Sunday. Rain chances do go up a smidge on Sunday. That's going to be later in the day. It's another cold front. That's going to take our temperatures, guys, back down into the mid-70s Monday and Tuesday.
That is something else. All right, thank you, Jonathan. We are hitting the road to Oviedo. If you live or work in that community, let us know what makes it so special, or if you have any concerns you want us to look into. Head on over to clickorlando.com/hitstheroad to share your story. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You'll like this one. Coming up in the morning, a new reason to hit the sauna.
It's been a mainstay at gyms for years. Why experts, though, now say it may have more health benefits than first thoughts.
Plus your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We'll see you for News 6 Morning starting at 5 a.m.
Well, a unique partnership between junior achievement and businesses is giving high school students a glimpse into the world of entrepreneurship. It's called 3DE.
The goal is to equip students with the skills, mindsets, and behaviors to compete in whatever career they choose. Julie Broughton takes us to Ocoee High School in this week's Getting Results in Our Schools.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is 11.3 coaching day today, and we have some fantastic Addition Financial folks with us today.
A quick look around this classroom, and it is easy to see these teen entrepreneurs are ready to get to work.
We want to know, is your business profitable? Do you guys have a viable business idea?
This is part of Junior Achievement's 3DE program.
3DE is an amazing instructional model in our high schools where students are actually working with businesses that present them with a real-world problem. Our students work together in groups to create a recommendation in 9th and 10th grade. In 11th grade, they create a business where they work all year long to create a business plan, work on a product, work on pricing, and then they actually launch that business on what we call a Market Expo Day.
And that deadline is approaching quickly. Market Expo Day is less than 2 weeks away.
Okay, do you guys have a menu, something I can look at?
Coaches like Carissa Hanal from Addition Financial are helping students put those final touches on their plans.
Well, I think you can raise your prices a little bit more for how much you're giving.
All of the 11th grade 3DE students are working on their own businesses. They've been studying this marketing plan from Addition Financial to help get them into the heads of a real-world marketing team.
So they'll take that analytical tool that's called the strategic planning tool, and they can implement that with their own business, make those adjustments. They're learning from what Addition Financial did in order to help their business be successful.
So we went ahead and showed them the strategies we use in marketing so they can have an idea to help them with their businesses, just more expanding outside of just flyers and how they can post on social media, but also for bigger things that have bigger changes in their businesses.
Yeah.
Here's our video.
Colby Salvatore and his group created an Instagram account for their business, Stay Frosty.
I love that you guys did that because now that groups did this part.
The creators of Chocolate Nibbles finalized their menu and their specials before Market Expo Day. And a few tables over,
And then this is the vision.
the Jark Thrift team used a survey to develop their plan.
The business plan is just help find a variety of clothing where people could express themselves through and make it affordable.
These students aren't just launching businesses, they're picking up real-world skills like financial literacy, teamwork, and innovation, all while having a little fun.
Come to Stay Frosty on Market Day.
Oh, what adorable.
I mean,
children.
I feel like Ben and Jerry's must have started this way too.
I would imagine so. Great idea, though. How do they not teach you how to start a business or market a
I
business?
wish I had that when I was in high school.
Yeah, me too. But then you'd be a billionaire and you wouldn't be here with us. So I'm glad.
Again, I wish I had that in high school. Thanks for watching News 6 at 6:30.
All right, remember, we break news at clickorlando.com. How could you forget? Because you're probably on it right now. We'll see you tonight at 11. Have a good night. I'm glad that things worked out exactly the way they did.